Hello and welcome back to the Help Where Nerds podcast. I'm your host Ethan and I'm joined by...
Well, he's back again.
We are going to be talking about, I think we can describe it this way and we'll see if you agree, the smash hit of the comic book world movie, Superman by James Gunn.
Oh, it was fucking awesome.
Look, I know there's going to be some of you out there that are still holding on to the dregs of the Snyderverse, and while I get it, like, Man of Steel wasn't as bad as some people online say it was.
Man of Steel was awesome.
Some people drag Man of Steel for all it's worth, and it's unnecessary, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
Like, is it traditional Superman, Man of Steel? No. Is it a fresh take on a character that's been around for a very long time?
I enjoyed it because I knew Henry Cavill. His comic book character is Superman. So you can tell he's putting his heart and soul into it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I 100% agree with you on that. And the thing is as well, like, Henry was promised, he said in interviews, he was promised he'd get the light-hearted Superman, but the universe fell apart for other reasons before that happened.
Yeah.
I kind of like Snyder's idea of starting off with a, not darker, because everyone says darker, but I don't see it as darker, grittier take on Superman to begin with, that then evolves into this beacon of lightheartedness and hope and the Boy Scout.
Yes.
That fit with the vibe of Snyder's universe.
I mainly didn't like two things with Snyder's one, and that was how Park Kent died, because he could have saved him. The whole point of the heart attack or cancer or the other ways he's died in the comics and series is it's something Superman can't stop.
Yeah, it has a message to it. It's there are things even Superman can't.
In a tornado, technically he could, yes, knows people about, and that's the point. But he could have still stopped it.
But he has super speed. He could have got Park Kent without anyone realizing who did it.
The other thing is, of course, the ending, him killing Zod. I get why it's he has to make a decision, kill him or he's going to kill people. But at the end of the day, Superman wouldn't kill.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I feel like that was a decision made in the throes of the Baleism. I'm going to call it a Baleism. You might disagree with me on that, but I don't have to... I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you either. That logic.
Yeah.
They gave Batman in the Nolan trilogy.
You have to go into that slightly for a little bit. I like the Nolan films, but if you really think about it, Bale isn't a great Batman.
No. And the thing is, the reason I'm calling it that, like a Baleism or a Nolanism, if you want to call it that, and I think that bled over into Man of Steel, is because, literally, I feel like that's what Snyder was going for. I know we're going into the past a little bit with this, but it does play into this, don't worry, guys, because there's a juxtaposition when we get to the new Superman.
Yeah.
I think that logic of Batman's no-killing rule being stretched to, well, I'm not going to kill you. The train crash is going to kill you. I'm just not going to save you from the inevitable death. It's exactly what they did with Park Kent in Man of Steel and exactly what they did with Superman at the end, where, he killed Zod, but he killed Zod because there's no way for him to not kill Zod and save civilians. So...
but now, going into it, it was exactly what I thought we were going to get. Going off of all three Guardians films and the Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a Gunn film.
Yes. It makes me excited to watch the come of the DCU. I believe next up is got Peacemaker Season 2, which, as I've seen from the trailers, I think they do mention how he's canon. And I think it is something to do with different universes. But with this, my standout performances are definitely the guy who played Mr. Terrific, I'm going to let you try and pronounce his name, and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I wasn't sure about it to begin with when I heard he's got the role, but for me, that man was great as Lex Luthor. I'm kind of glad he didn't get the Superman role now, because apparently he went in for that first.
Didn't he also go for Batman at one point?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson won.
Yeah, for the Batman.
He lost out on that. Then he went up for the Superman role, which David obviously got. And then, for what I heard, James Gunn called him in, going, "We didn't give you Superman, but can you come in and read for Lex?"
That's
He came in.
perfect. I mean, could you imagine you went in for Superman, you didn't get the Superman role, but then you offered Lex Luthor? The bitterness you would have for not getting the Superman role would be like peak Lex Luthor.
But it happens a lot because, if I remember rightly, Tom Hiddleston originally auditioned for Thor.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I
then
think
got
the Harry
well,
Potter cast in the original Harry Potter originally went in for different roles. I'm sure Tom
Oh.
Felton went in for Potter,
I believe so.
and he ended up as Draco.
You know, Jack Whitehall went in for Harry Potter.
I did not know that.
Yeah, apparently he got very close, but was beaten out by Daniel. That would have been a completely different movie with Jack Whitehall. But yeah, my standouts are definitely Nicholas and Mr. Terrific. Nathan Fillion was Nathan Fillion, to be honest. When I found out it was played Guy Garner, my brain just automatically went, "Yep, okay." That Nathan, Guy is kind of the role Nathan thrives in. Well, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Nathan Fillion. It's become a running joke in my family ever since we mentioned Nathan Fillion was going to be in this movie last year on our DC episode of the podcast. I don't know if you recall that, but when we did that, I think it was our third episode actually of the podcast, and we talked about like who had been cast in this movie. We mentioned Nathan Fillion was going to play Guy Gardner. Ever since then, it's become a running joke in my family of the fact that apparently I'm obsessed with Nathan Fillion.
Won't be surprised if you were. Nathan Fillion.
It's because they didn't know who he was.
How do you not know who Nathan Fillion is?
Exactly, right? This was the debate I had after we released the episode. Like, they said they didn't know who he was, and I just listed off his shows. I listed off Castle, I listed off Firefly, The Rookie, and things that I could pop into my head, but, like, aren't coming to my mind right now, and stuff like that. And they were like,
James Gunn. Just name off every James Gunn movie possible.
Yeah, he's also in all them.
Somewhere.
And I pointed that out to them, and they went, "Oh, someone's a Nathan Fillion super fan." I'm like, no, I just know what movies the guy's in.
But to be fair, I know him because my mother loved Firefly.
I love Firefly. I think my dad liked Firefly as well. So, like...
Oh, apparently they're going to try and redo it.
Why do they always reboot things? Like, Firefly, fine, they didn't end that very well. I wish it had got more seasons, but, like... Other things, I just found out they're doing a Murder, She Wrote reboot.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
We'll see.
There's Jimmy. The thing is, I don't mind about reboots because, to be honest, if you really think about it, all movies are the same.
I get it. It's just sometimes I feel like they reboot things when they're too close together to when they're their original source.
From what I've heard, all the original Firefly cast are up for cameos.
That'd be good.
I'd have it where it's Nathan's character, and I cannot remember the other character's name, but she's like a prostitute in the Firefly series.
Oh, it's yeah, I know who you mean.
Their son or daughter, and then the Satan in command and the pilot's son or daughter crew.
Yeah, and they pop up as like the parents, so it's like next
Yeah.
generation sort of thing. Kind of like Star Trek Next Generation, but it is an actual Next Generation.
Yeah.
Didn't Nathan Fillion kind of like spoil that he's going the Lantern show as well?
Yeah, he's in it. He says most of his scenes are with the guy playing Jon Stewart, which
Right.
I love. I love the Green Lantern comics. I'm not a big fan of Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I know we've had this debate before, I think.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with Jon Stewart himself. It's the fact Hal Jordan's the first Green Lantern, technically.
Yeah, I mean,
Jon Stewart was just Hal Jordan's backup. And it's just, okay.
original. It's even worse when you think about it, because I was doing some research for this and for all this stuff. It's even worse when you think about it when it comes to Jon Stewart, because Jon Stewart isn't even Hal Jordan's backup. He's the backup of the backup.
Yeah.
Originally, Guy Gardner was Hal Jordan's backup, but by the time Hal Jordan dies and they need to use the backup, Guy Gardner's in a coma, so they need another backup.
Yeah, it's like they did an animated movie, I think last year, for Jon Stewart, and people loved it. I liked it. And that was because it was Guy Rayner's bloody story. They stole for Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that because Guy Rayner is one of my favourite fucking Green Lanterns.
Kyle Rayner's the best Green Lantern. Like, you can come at me in the comments if you're a big Green Lantern fan. I don't care. Kyle Rayner is one of my favorite Green Lanterns. The dude became the first White Lantern, for God's sake. So
He's also Gunn's also talked about doing a Green Arrow, which I'm up for because Green Arrow's one of my favourite DC characters.
right. Don't come. Right, this one I don't want you coming for me in the comments, guys. Don't come for me in the comments over this. As long as we don't get Batman masquerading as Green Arrow like we did for the Arrow TV series. Love that show until it got a bit weird around near the end. Love that show. But that was Batman in a hood.
It wasn't.
It's not that serious, mate.
He can be. Don't get me wrong, he's a bit more jokier, but that basically was Arrow without the jokey side to him.
They gave him Batman villains.
That's because Batman and Green Arrow team up a lot.
You can't say the Ra's al Ghul storyline didn't come straight from a Batman storyline.
No, I'll give you that one. That one was stolen.
Like, that was ridiculous. I love that season. It's actually one of my favorite seasons. But it's just a Batman plot line. Down to the fact that Ra's tries to marry him off to his daughter.
Yeah, I've got to give you that series. Other than that, it is basically just Green Arrow. They just took his jokey side away.
Mm.
But the guy they keep joking at, not James Gunn, the fan casted, is the guy from Sons of Anarchy, Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
Which I can see why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Come on, I learned Patrick because my love of Green Arrow.
Okay. Can we all agree, though, that when we get the Green Lanterns properly, we don't want the CGI suits from the Green Lantern movie?
I don't mind CGI suits. It just has to be better than the Green Lantern movie.
Like, that movie isn't, again, that movie's not terrible, but
if you forget everything about Green Lantern.
It's not a terrible movie, it's a terrible Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. If you get everything you know about Green Lantern and forget about good CGI, it's a very good movie.
Let's not get started on Parallax. Yeah.
But I was saying the same to Chloe the other day. Chloe now doesn't like it as much now she's read the books, but Chloe's recently rewatched the Shadowhunter series.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I always bad mouth it. Hey, I went, okay, if you take the fact it's based on the Mortal Instrument books, It's an alright series. If you take the fact it is based on a set of really good books, it's a pile of shit.
See, I watched
So,
the show before I read the books, and I really liked
Same.
the show. But then
Chloe was the same.
I read the books, and
We watched the show and that.
Chloe gave me a copy of the rest of them as well.
Yeah.
Because she got better copies. And which I am grateful for, by the way.
I know.
No, I'm just making that clear to everybody else out there. But after reading that, I can't look at it the same way.
Yeah. She's the same. It's like Isabel. I love Isabel in the series. It's not Isabel.
No, it's not.
The only one what was practically almost spot on was Magnus.
Oh, man, that
It was
guy.
fucking off. He is. Anyway, Superman.
Yeah, let's get back to the goofball who's a punk rocker, apparently.
I enjoyed the movie. I liked the fact. I like David. He put everything into it.
Yeah, he did. I think he played a very human Superman.
Yeah.
He played a very
Well,
man Superman.
I love the line at the end when he's having a go at Lex.
Yeah, that's
I
perfect. Do you
I
know?
won't spoil it for anyone, but that was
No,
perfect.
I'm not gonna say what the line is. But do you know when he said it?
Yeah.
Do you know where my brain went?
What?
Smallville.
Yes.
My brain went to them two having that argument, but I couldn't picture David Cornsweet and Nicholas Hoult. I was sat there picturing Tom
Michael
Welling?
Yeah.
Having that same argument. I literally pictured him in the blue shirt with the red jacket shouting at Lex. I was like, oh my God. To be honest, I came home and watched Smallville.
I need to rewatch that, to be honest. The guy playing not Lex. The girl playing Hot Girl was good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more of her.
I'd like to see more of her.
Because we didn't
I don't
really
know
get
much of
much
her
of
stuff.
Hawk Girl, but I think she's going to play really well in
I
other
doubt to see her
projects.
as Hawkman.
Especially with that star-crossed Romeo and Juliet style love thing that Hawk Girl and Hawkman have going.
She has joked in interviews that she wouldn't mind if they did the whole John Stewart Hawk Girl storyline.
I wouldn't mind that. I grew up on Justice League Unlimited. That'd be awesome.
I wouldn't, but I know she's in her mid-20s, but she does not look at that though.
Yeah, some people might have a bit of an issue with it.
Where Aaron Pierce, no offense to the man, does look late 20s, early 30s. I'm pretty sure, I think name's Isabel.
Her name's Isabel Merced.
2001 she was born.
I'm older than Hawk Girl.
I knew her mainly from the Last of Us series.
Sorry, that just makes me feel weird being older than actresses.
And Aaron Pierce is 94. So there's only 7 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's not that big of an age gap, but there'll be some keyboard warriors online that'd have an issue with it if they did go that route.
I don't know. It's the bloody voice of Mufasa.
Yeah.
I know I knew that name.
I think she did a fantastic job. I think the new Lois Lane did a fantastic job. I liked the fact that their relationship isn't all hunky-dory without going into spoilers.
I did. That was shocking. What else was there? I loved the little things of Jimmy avoiding Testmonger.
Yeah. Eve Tessmocker, yeah.
I also find it funny that people hate what they message was with Joel.
Yeah, so we are going to get into spoiler territory in a second. So if you haven't seen the movie, pause the podcast and come back after you've seen the movie, because this is a big spoiler for the film. So I'll give you 1 second. Okay, everybody that hasn't seen the movie gone? Right, we can talk about it now.
Yeah, obviously, in the comics, Jor-El is a knobhead.
They did it on Smallville, so I don't know why people were surprised by this.
Yeah, but oddly enough, they're surprised that Zack Snyder made Jor-El nice, but James Gunn doesn't care, made him evil. No, the comics made him evil.
I mean, yeah, there's interpretations across comics, and there's interpretations across movies. The Reeves movies kind of have him as like morally grey
Yeah.
on Krypton, but still wanting to strive for a better human race. You don't see the morally greyness till like I think it's the second film when you meet other prisoners from Krypton, and they're like, "Oh, you think Jor-El was perfect?" No. You see it in Supergirl from the CW when you meet her parents, like what her parents did, and Jor-El was a part of that, and Lara, his mum and dad. So no, I liked the fact that the message of this film was it's not about the Kryptonian family that Superman was born into, but the human family he was raised by.
Yeah. Miss May I say, he may not have had much screen time, but the guy playing Part Kent was really good.
Shout out to Ma and Pa Kent. They were so southern. I loved it.
Yeah. Guy playing Perry Wright was Perry Wright.
That wasn't a surprise. Seeing that him in there, all I could think was that he's the guy that plays Rachel Zane's dad in Suits.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've seen Suits. I always get to the bit where they finally get together and then I just get bored and come on.
Yeah, I mean, the slow build of their relationship is kind of what drives it, and then you get the slow build of Harvey figuring out that he fancies Donna, and then, but it's like, dude, how have you not figured this out yet?
I heard good things about the spin-off, but apparently it didn't do well enough for the channel. So they canned it.
Which spin-off?
It's called Suits LA. It's actually got, funny enough, the guy from Arrow in it.
Oh, is that been cancelled? I didn't know that.
Yeah. It only got one season.
I haven't seen it out over in the UK yet, so it obviously hasn't made its way across the pond.
I heard good things, but it must have not done well enough for the channel it was on in America.
Well, that's disappointing.
I know the guy playing Harvey turned up in it for a little bit. I think it was like an episode cameo or something.
Yeah, probably like what they did for Pierce, the other spin-offs they did.
Yeah, I think the idea is that Stephen Amell's character was friends with Harvey when they were younger, or in law school or something.
Oh well. Anyway, back to Superman. So yeah, with that message, I do like the fact that they twist it. I like the fact that in the scene where Guy is questioning Superman about it, he's more jealous of the fact that he thinks Superman has a harem. Like, you can see it in the scene. It doesn't play like Guy is actually doing his Green Lantern job. It plays like Guy is jealous Superman has a harem.
Yep. That was just a normal gun phaser in it, slightly. Like Mickey Ward, something. She plays Samantha in Guardians. Voices a couple of the robots.
Oh yeah, the Kryptonian robots that look after him.
The main robot was, funnily enough, voiced by Alan Tudyk. Gary.
Oh, yeah, Gary. I do like they gave him a proper name at the end as well. So he wasn't just number 4.
I didn't know much about the engineer beforehand. I didn't realise she's a part of that movie coming in the TCU, The Authority.
I knew she was going to be in The Authority because of TikTok, but I didn't know anything else about her other than that.
Yeah, but she seems cool. I'm looking forward to The Authority.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting, I think.
I'm looking forward to the homophobic dickheads who hate Apollo and Midnight because they're a gay couple.
Yeah, the Superman and Batman parody that are
very gay.
Very gay for each other.
And there's also a character in the Authority called Doctor, the Doctor.
I did not know that. I don't know much about the Authority. All I know is about Midnight, Apollo and Midnight.
They're the main two.
So, but I will be looking more into them as we get closer to that film coming out. I think the standout scene for me in the entire film was the Mr. Terrific fight scene when he's like protecting Lois.
That
Yeah.
was cool.
Flying
And
around on his T-spears.
yeah, and just wafting his hand around controlling them.
Yeah, that was so awesome. That gave me Yondu vibes from
Yeah.
Guardians with his whistling arrow. I do
So I
also
think
like that Ed got sort of kind of like a better ride, like a redemption when it comes to superhero media. Because for those that aren't in the know, he was Darwin in X-Men First Class, and Fox kind of screwed that character big time. His powers are supposed to basically make him unkillable, and they killed him off.
Yeah. I do like, because of that movie and finding out that, I did find a love for Darwin.
Yeah, but
He's one of those characters I'd love to play. But I think he's a black fella, mostly in the comics.
I mean, I think when we normally see him, he's like pale white, like pale grey skinned.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like how they show Morph in X-Men 97. But yeah, thanks, and I'm probably going to butcher your name, but thanks, Ed Gaffey. You did the best performance for me of the entire film, and that's saying something because Nathan Fillion was in this film.
But we all know he's in love.
According to my family.
He's starting to sound like you have a bit of man crush on him. What else do you like? Oh, the guy who plays, he can change his body to any material.
Oh, is it Metamorpho?
Something like that. I know him mainly because of
Brave and the Bold?
it's the Gotham series.
Oh, the Gotham. Oh, yeah, he's in that as well. I remembered him more from the. Yeah, it is Metamorpho. I was right. From Batman Brave and the Bold that used to be on Cartoon Network.
Funny enough, that's supposed to be the title of the DCU Batman.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see what that film's like. And I can't wait for. I hope there is a tone. I know they said they didn't want to go with the Reeves Batman because it's too much of a tonal difference. But I do hope there is a tone difference between Batman and Superman. Like, give Superman like the bright colors and the crazy stuff, but make Batman more dark. Not gritty, but dark. Like, do you know what I mean?
I hear. Is there a rumor that Mr. Terrific might get his own series?
I'd love that. I think a lot of us would love that. From what I've seen online, everyone's standout character has been Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, definitely him and then Lex.
Yeah, and
No offense to David.
My main man, Jimmy, for some reason pulling all those girls even though he's not doing anything, and he says that himself in the film.
He was in a series I used to love called Sight.
Was he?
Yeah, he played one of the younger versions of Sean Spencer. I believe it was that. It's about all. He was in Supernatural.
I can look that up. I've got the cast list up right now, so I will look that up while we're talking. Yeah, you were right. You're right. He was in Psych. He was also in The Amazing Spider-Man. He was in Night at the Museum.
Yeah, he was in the latest one. He took over as the son. The third one.
Yeah, he was in Once Upon a Time.
Was he?
According to his filmography. He was in Criminal Minds. He's been in My Name is Earl. A lot of the the dog films, you know, the Buddies.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of those.
So, also a standout role. You didn't realize he was in this. It's a blink and you miss it moment, but we do have a Superman son in this movie.
Yes. You
Mr.
mentioned.
Will Reeves, Mr. Will Reeves plays the on-ground reporter, which he said Gunn asked him, and he was happy enough to do it. He did say it was a weird moment when he's there talking to David in Superman gear,
Yeah, I bet that brings back some memories.
but he said it was an honour to do. He did it more for his father because his father was always up to turning up in stuff, as we know because of Smallville.
Yeah, he played the professor.
So yeah, that was lovely to see. Bloody hell, we had got another Lex in here as well. Michael Wassenbaum was one of the Raptor guards.
He what?
Raptor guards.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that. Wow.
I didn't. I've just seen him on the list. But then again, I knew he knew Gunn because he's in the Guardian films. He's in number 2 and 3. He's Meta Nix. Do you know Steve Stallone's character?
Yeah.
He's the diamond guy with him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah. We've got quite a few familiar faces, and all I can say really is that it was a really good film. I feel like it hit the tone of what Superman should be. It was lighthearted. It wasn't built on this guy is a god and he looks down on everybody, or this guy is all powerful and broody. It was built on this guy is just trying to be a normal dude that knows he can't be.
even though that's all he wants to be.
Yeah. That's the way I saw it. And I'm going to say it, like the best thing for me, one of the best things for me was right at the end with Perry, I think I said his name wrong there, Perry White, when Lois and Superman sneak off to have an interview, and he just turns round and goes, "So how long have those two been hooking up?"
Yeah, and Jimmy goes, well, a long time. That was,
That was phenomenal.
yeah. I do admit, I think they did miss a beat with Ultraman not being somebody like Henry Cavill or
I
bringing
feel
back like
like they've got
Brandon Roth.
I feel like they've got an opportunity there, though, because Lex has been experimenting with Clark's DNA to create Ultraman, and he said Ultraman was unstable. We
Yeah.
know Lex isn't going to stay in prison.
No.
He's Lex.
Plus, Nicholas Hoult says he's been promised big green suit.
He's coming back, and if he's coming back and he's already got the cloning technology, Connor Kent anybody?
That'd be cool.
And I feel like we can do that by having, like, you could even have a past actor play an older Connor Kent.
Yeah.
So you could have Cavill. You could have... What was the guy you said? Sorry, his name's just gone out of my head.
Brandon Roth.
Yeah.
2006 movie.
Yeah. I knew what you meant. It's just the name went completely out of my head after you said it. It was also the Atom, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was about to say I know him more as the Atom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. In Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched Legends of Tomorrow more for originally Sarah Lance because I'm not gonna lie, I do have a little thing for that actress. And
Snap.
then from season 4 onwards, Matt Ryan came back as my all-time favorite DZ character.
Constantine.
And once again, I love Keanu Reeves, but he needs to stay away from Constantine.
Constantine.
Fuck off.
That's what he called him. Sorry.
Yes, and it was a pile of shit.
I'm not
The maker of that movie didn't bother. Sorry, you got me started. I'll stop.
It's all right. It's fine. If you want a full skit on Rob's thoughts on Constantine or Constantine, I've said it like that on purpose to wind him up, let us know and we'll do a TikTok on it where Rob can give his full thoughts.
Short thoughts. Constantine movie had a shit. Keanu Reeves movie, it was alright.
So, yeah, I feel like we can't really do this film justice without like spoiling the whole film, but it is too new to do that. I think the best thing we can say to you is if you're a fan of Superman, if you need a palate cleanser from Marvel and stuff like that, just go watch it.
It's a great movie start to the DCU.
I agree. I feel like they've started off strong, and I can't wait to see where they go from here. I think.
I know we've got Batman Brave and the Bold, where it's going to be Batman and Damian Wayne. It's going to be. I'm actually more intrigued of who they cast as Damian.
I'm more intrigued of why they've chose to skip over 3 other Robins.
I think it's more we've all seen the start of Batman millions of times. Like with Superman, we know his origin, so let's not start there. What else is interesting? His relationship with Damian. I'll admit, my favourite Robin turns in, to be honest, Red Hood.
See, my favourite doesn't actually get a second idea. Well, he does. I just don't like the title.
Which one is your favourite? Tim Drake?
Yeah, I really like Tim Drake.
I've never really read much about him. Isn't he called like Red Robin afterwards?
Yeah, don't remind me. I don't like that title. Every other character, when they get a new title, steps away from the Robin mantle.
You got Nightwing. One turns evil and then comes back good, but keeps the Red Hood title.
And then Red Robin.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? There are loads of other bird names you could have gone with.
That is another thing they've added to the DCU roster coming up, is a Teen Titans movie.
Yes, I think that is going to be a perfect way to introduce Dick to the universe.
Yes. Or, because we're getting Damian Wayne, are they going to replace him with Damian?
I get that, but I'd like the idea that the Titans are already established. Kind of like, I don't know if you've seen Teen Titans versus the Justice League.
The animated movie, yes.
Do you remember in the beginning of that, Dick is already Nightwing and he brings Damian to the Titans?
Yes, I remember.
Like, do that. So Dick's not actually a part of the film or the Titans. That is Damian. But establish that Dick is around. He was a Titan. He's now not a Titan, but he still liaises with Starfire. And now we're getting all that. That establishes that Nightwing is out there. And maybe from that, we can get a spin-off into a Nightwing movie.
Yes.
Or a Nightwing show.
I know we're getting Amanda Waller series. Like I said, we get Peacemaker season 2. I believe we're getting a Wonder Woman series of some kind. I believe that's what Paradise Lost is.
I really hope that is what it is. And don't leave Themyscira. I
think the next DCU movie is Super still, but it's Supergirl.
Yeah, from what I can remember, the next big one comes out next year, and it's Supergirl, and it's set in space, and we're getting
the woman. It's the
Woman of Tomorrow.
That's the name. Because people were annoyed that she was pissed. Once again, spoiler, but pissed at the end of the Superman movie.
Read but Woman it's because
in that set of comics, she goes to planets where she can get pissed.
Yeah. I also like the fact the small change of Krypto's her dog.
Yes.
Makes more sense.
I also like the fact, other change, it may be the DCU now, and we may get a different Aquaman, but Jason Momoa is staying as his all-time favourite character.
The main man.
He's becoming Lobo. And to be honest, thinking of Lobo, I can see Jason doing it very well.
Yeah, the main man is going to be in Woman of Tomorrow, so that's going to be fun.
I'm interested to see how he's in it. I believe, like I said, go on.
I was just going to say, because his powers are basically Toon Force-esque. They're not, but they're similar.
What else do we have? We've got, like I said, the authorities come in, which is something newer. The
Lanterns.
Green Lantern series. I believe we're getting a Booster Gold at some point as well.
If we're getting a Booster Gold show, I know it's not going to happen, but can it continue the end of Legends of Tomorrow?
That'd be interesting.
Because that still does my head in.
It does my head in. It's not going to be Donald, though, for what I've heard.
I know, but it'd be cool if, like, when he's time traveling or whatever, he accidentally ends up in a universe where he finds the legends and just frees them, and it's just like a 5-second thing. And I could be like, cool.
For what I heard at one point, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, but it's the Indian guy who was in, what the hell they're called? The Eternals.
Oh, the really funny one.
Yeah, because that's what he's known for. And to be honest,
He was hilarious in the Eternals. He was the best, like, comedic character in that film.
I can see him as Booster Gold.
Oh, could you imagine him playing off against Jaime Reyes as Blue Beetle?
Yes. For what I've heard, he's staying as the Blue Beetle, but we're getting an animated series with him voicing it.
Yeah, because didn't they say for the DCU as well that any animated project will be voiced by the original cast, if possible, and will also be canon?
That's the other movie we've had, was Creature Commandos, which I enjoyed.
I haven't seen it. I need to watch it.
You do, it's really good. And we've seen Rick Castle Sr.
Oh, yeah.
His live action debut was in Superman. So blink and you miss it moment. It's just taking Superman to jail.
Rick Flank. I know where you got Frank from. It's because he's played by Frank. Gorillo.
Yeah, the guy who plays Crossbones in the MCU.
Yeah.
He's going to appear in Peacemaker, which is going to be interesting.
I have a feeling now that James Gunn is the head of DC, well, co-head of DC, we're going to see a lot of crossplay, where possible, between the MCU and DCU.
Yes. Well, the guy from Stranger Things, who plays the Guardian, voices Frankenstein in Creature Commandos.
That's what I'm saying. Where possible, I think that's what we're going to see quite often.
We're also apparently getting a Clayface movie.
Yeah, which is R-rated.
And it is going to be a horror movie, apparently.
Body horror.
And I'm excited about this one because how my guy started in the comics. But one of the movies he originally announced was Swamp Thing.
As long as it's better than the TV show, I'll be looking forward to it.
Same. And what the best way to introduce my guy into the DCU, how he was introduced to the comics in a Swamp Thing movie.
Messing with the green. I
do admit, I'm afraid with the pick. I've seen a few fan cast alike, one being Matt coming back.
Matt coming back would be perfect, but I don't know if they'd go that route.
One of them, somebody fan casted, I can see, is, did you watch that Sinner movie?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Did you ever watch Skins as a kid?
Yeah, a while back.
Remember Cook in it? Jack O'Connell?
No, but I can get an image.
He was also recently in 28 years later.
Yeah, I've got an image of him. I know what he looks like.
Jack O'Connell. He's known for a few things. He did Unbroken with Angelina Jolie. He's Jimmy at the end of 28 years later.
I'm trying to see something that I'll remember. I remember seeing him in 300.
Yeah, in 300. I mainly know him from Skins because I used to watch it at that point.
I haven't seen Skins in ages, and I only really watched it in passing.
And then, of course, I've seen Sinners, because, come on, it's a vampire movie, I'm going to watch it. Where he's the bad guy, he did fucking awesome in that. Yeah. And then, obviously, he's the controversial scene at the end of 28 years later. Because he's dressed up like a certain pedophile.
Oh.
Jimmy Savile.
Ah,
There's a reason for it. It's because when the original 28 Days Later came out, it would have been early 2000s.
right,
So
okay.
this kid grew up watching videos of Jimmy Savile Can Fix It, and then the world ended. So he's dressed like his icon, which obviously, if a zombie outbreak didn't happen, they'd have found out how bad he was. But obviously, in this zombie-ridden world, we never found that out.
Okay.
But yeah, people have shit. It's what about Hulk Hogan?
I feel like there's a lot that's coming and I can't wait to see where it goes. I feel like Superman was a good starting point. It was a nice, light-hearted movie. When I went to see it, it just showed you just pure wholesomeness. It was a great movie, and I feel like Marvel's got a lot to contend with its release, with the release of Fantastic Four coming out like a week or so later, a few weeks later, sorry. As at time of recording, I believe it's like just coming out.
Today or tomorrow?
I believe it comes out today at time of recording because I'm going to see it tomorrow and I'm not seeing it opening day.
Yeah, kind of jealous about that.
So I'm going with my mum and partner. So, but
I might do
what were you saying?
nothing.
And so yeah, we'll see how that fares because it opened pretty well at the box office, but then Fantastic Four is going to be its contender, and that looks really good.
It does.
But I think that's all we've really got to say on the DCU and Superman, apart from one thing, which is I hope the rumors are true that Grant Gustin will get to come back in some capacity. I don't think he'll be the Flash, but I think coming back in some capacity would be cool.
I've read some rumors that Andrew Garfield has been rumored to be the Flash.
I like that. I feel like if we get Andrew Garfield as the Flash, do you know what I would absolutely love?
Grant Gustin to turn up a tiny way somehow with Spider-Man.
No. Grant Gustin is reverse.
That'd be cool.
I think he could pull it off. I think
Definitely.
he could pull off the "it was me, Barry" energy.
Yes.
Because Nicholas Hoult has set the bar really high for petty villains.
Yes.
With his portrayal of Lex in Superman. But whoever they cast to be the Reverse Flash has got to go next level, because Reverse Flash is next level when it comes to petty.
I know the fan cast is. It's the guy playing the bad guy in that's the one.
Yeah, I keep seeing that. I think that would work too.
I like the Grant Gustin idea though.
I do, because everyone's always seen him as the Flash, and everyone's like, he's my Flash, on all the things that I see online. I think it'd be really cool of, like, DC if they were like, not anymore, now he's the Reverse Flash.
Well, we know he can sort of go villain, because he was a twat in Glee.
Oh, yeah. I actually like his character in Glee, though.
Because he's the one who threw rock salt at Blaine in it.
Yeah, he is.
Anyway, I've got to get off, so
yeah, we will leave it there. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode. Hope you've all go and enjoy the new Superman movie. Let us know your standout moments of the film, and let us know what you thought of the twist. If you haven't seen it before you watch the podcast episode, if you have, let us know if we did it justice when we were talking about it. And with that, let's hope for a truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. And stay nerdy, everybody. Bye.
Help.